talk a little bit today about relaxation. So Bob can record this and feel free to listen to it from time to time. So again, what attracts people to Tai Chi? Much of it is based on the reasons is relaxation. You know, I see people in the park. Usually they're older, but it doesn't have to be that way. And they're moving so slow. They seem at peace. You know, there's articles written on it by Harvard University and well-established institutions that talk about the importance of relaxation and how Tai Chi plays a role in it. And it's very important to have that tool at your disposal because relaxation is something that is very misunderstood by the masses of people. When people think of relaxation, they think of just, oh, I'm sitting down, I feel relaxed. But it's very misunderstood, and there's a misconception. And a lot of times when people don't have the understanding of how to deal with relaxation, they rely on third-party intervention to help them without them even knowing it. It just becomes something that they rely on to feel relaxed. So let's take some of the obvious ones. People, get stressed out at work. They're having issues at home. Just a lot of things going on. People travel. Traveling is good, but traveling also is how people sometimes relate to relaxation. I need to get away. I need to relax. And that's okay. There's some value in that. Nothing wrong with it. But don't look at traveling as a panacea, as something that will solve you not relaxed. Because you change environment. That's another thing people do. They change environment. They want to go to another place to get away from what's happening. That's very typical. Another way people relax, unfortunately, is that they drink alcohol, right? Happens to a lot of people that are high earners, people that are in stressful jobs that is very demanding. What do? They go to the bar and they drink. Yeah, it'll relax you for a short time, but then now you're drinking alcohol. You're drinking something that's long-term and is not good for you, that will play havoc in your body. So drinking is also a big problem for much of society. And they make it think that you have to wait till 21 that you need to drink. So it's something that people get excited about when they're a young teenager, but not realizing that once you get hooked onto it, it can be very problematic long term. Another thing that people do when they are not relaxed, they eat, right? I was a part of that same problem, right? When I was much younger, in my late teens and early 20s, I myself used to eat to relax, right? Problems with home, relationships, family, money, whatever, the general thing, you will eat. And the eating helps to kind of put the problem away for the short term. And then you find out that you eat too much or you eat the wrong foods, right? So that's another thing that people do to help them relax. Sometimes people do things that are also, and from time to time, it's okay, right? People may get a massage to help them to relax. Oh, I'm finally going to get a massage this month, right? Pay $100, whatever it takes. And massaging is good too. There are some really good massagers that know how to open up your joints. But again, it's temporarily, right? You might feel good for the first day, for the second day, but then you get back to your old habits. And again, you don't know how to relax. So those are some of the things that are very common of how people relax. Oh, another thing that I didn't mention, some people, they lash out at the people that they care about, the people that are truly important to them, their family members, their loved ones. They lash out. They're very vocal with their communication. That's another way how people relax without even knowing it, because by letting it go, by letting it out, that's their way of doing it. But unfortunately, you distance yourself from a lot of people. People stay away from you because of how you communicate with them in that light. So those are a lot of the ways that people relax. What we do here at On-Bridge Tai Chi, we relax by having an understanding of what relaxing means. And that to us is song. Song is releasing. Song is sinking. So we're always releasing because we have the notion that when you're not relaxed, you're contracting. There's tension around your body. It could be in your shoulders. It could be in your waist, in different parts of the body. There's contraction that's stagnating in certain parts of your body. A lot of people feel it in their jaw. A lot of people feel it in their neck. And they think that, well, if I just sleep more and I do this, it's very temporarily. It's not going to be long lasting. The way to have the essence of relaxation and what we promote here at IST is the notion of song. You're always releasing, you're always song. The body is always in proper alignment. You feel a sense of things moving all the time. You feel your body getting more empty, and you feel this connection with a greater a greater resource than yourself, which is nature, right? People talk about that all the time. Well, you should go for a walk, go to a beach, go walk in the park. What is that? That's nature, right? And you don't have to go to those places to feel you're a part of nature, because nature is around you, it's everywhere. Home is nature. Home could be a sanctuary if you provide it and you feel it in that experience. Everywhere I go, I feel it's nature, because nature is everything around us. What we have here in this community is like nature, because we're all here for the same purpose, and we develop a certain mindset, so we feel a certain way. With that said, now you feel like you're constantly releasing. So that's what the IST will provide for you. When I just finished Song Gong, I feel like I just tuned up my body. I just tuned up my mind. It's another drop in the bucket. And my bucket every day gets another couple of drops. After half a year, I start to see my bucket getting more and more heavier. Heavier in what? Heavier in song. Heavier in the essence of relaxation, because I'm constantly releasing. Relaxation, you don't keep it in your mind. You don't keep it in your body. You're constantly moving the energy, moving the energy. Have you ever heard people that are very stressed out? Just can't get out of my mind. It's just stuck here. That's what happens. With IST training, I've always said, be here in the present moment. That is 静下来. Only in the present moment can you have song. Only in the present moment can you release. We don't live in the past. We don't live in the future. We live here in the present moment. That's what IST represents. You're always 静下来. And with a quiet mind, you focus on the present moment. That means that you're constantly doing JFM. You're constantly doing all the things that we talk about. And once you experience that more and more and more, you start to recognize the qualities of what song is. You start to recognize how to release it, how to get in proper position to be in a proper alignment. So take, for example, when we do two-person drills and we do, unscripted or scripted, but let's take unscripted. People are giving me energy, trying to take me off my alignment, trying to put that energy in a certain part of my body. So I have leaking energy. So I lose my center. But once you understand the quality of song, you know where to take the energy, right? So students, some of them in my class are getting really good at it now. like Mary, she's coming after me with this energy. I need to know how to neutralize it. I need to know how to connect with it. Let her stick to me. That represents a metaphor of how to release energy, right? It's an incoming force, it's tension. I release it. I don't challenge it, but I don't run away from it. So when you know that you have these things going on in your life outside of class, we never run away from it. But we don't challenge it. We let it come in, we process it, then we let it go. Have you ever heard the expression, you can always see the problem better when you're outside of the boiling water? If you're inside of it, you don't know what to do because it gets very confusing. But when you're outside looking into the problem, you always find a solution. That's what IST training represents. Because we're always letting it go, releasing it, we can see it clearer when we're looking from afar. But when it's right in front of you all the time, it can get very overwhelming and very daunting. So IST represents those qualities that you have, that you can become Song. The problem doesn't go away, but you can see it clearer because of a clearer mind and the body being more Song. So for me, it's become one of the most valuable things in my life. Okay. It's so important that it's a big part of my life, and I do it every day because I live in the real world. I still got to deal with family, friends, relationships, work, people that are very irate. I deal with them all the time. But does it get to me? Absolutely not, because you have tools on how to relax in tense moments, whether it be in competition, whether it be in anything that you engage in. You know how to deal with what to do at the time. And whenever you want to get a better result, and this is the last thing to close it off, whenever you want a better result, it's always been better. It's always done better when you're Song to try to get a result. If you try to get a result with force, resistance, a cluttered mind, or tension, FRCT, the result is always not as good because you're going against it, you're challenging it. The other way you deal with Song, that means that you can see it clearer to find a better solution. So again, that's on relaxation. Again, I will talk about it from time to time, like I do with a lot of these topics, because as you practice, as you get deeper and refining your Song and your training, when I talk about it, you'll resonate it more closer and it'll mean something to you much more different. Okay, so that's